Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities, with a senior staff.
No sound? Check. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that, folks. Somehow our sound was not all the way connected, but I think we are good to go now. That one's going to be high for ball one. Apologize for all that.
Well, what you all missed was a two-run
home run.
Broadcasted two-run home run.
Yeah.
And that was Mangrum, who was that I was telling you, the big hitter, Stephen, for St. Pius. She's hitting over 700 with 12 home runs.
Yeah.
So, big-time hit. And it's a 2-1 lead now for St. Pius.
Yep. Jalen Alloway is at the plate for the Sartans. She's got a 2-1 count. Here comes the pitch from Henry. There's 2 outs. And he is going to call that a strike as that caught the outside corner. That's that rise ball. Comes across the plate in the right spot. She catches it high, but it's coming right across in the zone. And there's swung on and missed for strike 3, out number 3, but not before there was 2 runs on 1 hit. No runners left on base and no Aztec errors. So after the 1 complete inning, the score is 2-1. We'll be heading into the top of the second. We'll be right back.
Looking for quality fencing? Hornet Fence has you covered. Residential, commercial, and industrial fence, gate, and gate operator sales and service. We do it all, where we carry the largest inventory of fencing supplies in the Four Corners area. Hornet Fence, helping you secure the nest.
We believe that every child deserves the best start in life, and we're committed to providing a safe, nurturing, and fun environment where your little ones can grow, learn, and thrive. Join the Kitty Camp family today, where smiles, learning, and love are always in abundance.
Welcome back. It's a 2-1 lead for St. Pius after a big-time home run by Zoe Mangrum, who's already got 12 home runs on the season thus far. Make it 13 after that one. For the Aztec Lady Tigers, we got number 22 coming up to bat.
Is that J.C. Douglas? I
is.
have 21, but it might be a jersey thing.
I think it is J.C. Douglas, and you're right. So it is number 22 on her jersey. So J.C. Douglas coming up to bat, hitting .340 on the season. I hope that's J.C. Douglas.
I think. Oh, it's Gracie? Oh, sorry. Gracie. So it is. It's Gracie.
So we didn't get that put together
sorry,
for us.
Yeah, I don't.
Sorry, guys.
Gracie Lovato.
So for Sage Reed, it's actually supposed to be Gracie Lovato batting now. We apologize.
We'll get it straightened out. Yes, that's the 8th spot. All right. Sorry,
Here
folks.
we go. All right, we're ready to go.
We're getting our books all corrected here.
2 balls, no strikes. And it is Gracie Lovato up to bat for the Aztec Lady Tigers, trailing 2-1. Big off-speed, swung on and missed.
Good-looking pitch there from Moret. Got her swinging, so 2-1 the count now to Lovato. I have her as the designated player. Is that correct? Is that, that one's going to be fouled off for strike 2.
That is correct.
Sorry about that, folks. On the lineup that we got, we had Sage Red in there, but that must have been one of the changes they made after we came on the air before we got started. So we are now up to date. 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3, out number 1. Now that will bring up the lefty, number 21, J.C. Douglas. And that's where I was a little confused because I was like, J.C.'s usually batting on the left-hand side. But J.C. Douglas now will step in to the box for the Tigers.
Well, that's what I thought, because that did not look like Douglas to me when she was standing in the box, but there's a swing and a miss on the fastball for strike 1, and Douglas hitting .340 on the season. Excellent hitter for the Aztec Tigers. If she can find a way to get on base, she can make a lot of things happen. She's got
fast,
a ton of speed. There's a pitch down low for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Got a seasoned umpire behind the plate and a seasoned umpire out in the field, too. Excellent.
And he's standing right my way. I'm going to watch our cool camera.
I can't
our
see the strike zone either, Ben. I hear you, brother.
Watch the pitches on the TV because we can't see anything right from right here. But here comes the pitch. That's going to be swung on and missed. That was a great rise ball right there. That thing came up just at the right time. Got Douglas swinging, and it is strike 2. So 1-2 the count now. 1 out here in the top of the second inning as the Sartans lead 2-1. Oh, that one's really high for ball 2.
Yeah, and this is what we talked about in pregame, is that both of these teams would not be afraid of either one of each other. Very aggressive towards both pitchers, swinging like crazy into the box, and there's a swing and a miss for out number 2 on the strikeout.
Yep, that's going to take us back to the top of Aztec's lineup, number 29, Ayasha, sorry, Yellow. Am I saying that right? Ayasha? I know I'm saying it. I'm probably butchering it. Need to get one of those.
Ayasha, yep. No, you had it right.
Ayasha. Okay, make sure I'm saying that correctly. So 2 outs, no runners on, and Moret, man, she is just getting it done. She's aggressive, going right at these batters.
Well, she's got a ton of speed on her fastball. There's a ground ball to the shortstop field out in front. Here's a throw to first in time for the 6-3 ground ball out number 3, and that'll do it for the Lady Tigers.
Yep, 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no runners left on base, and no Sartan errors. That's going to do it for the top of the second, and we'll be right back.
The Desert Sports Live family.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff.
We're back, and it's a 2-1 lead for the Lady Sartans headed into the bottom of the second inning, and it's going to be 6, 7, and 8 coming up to bat. Hui, Kaba, and Grady, and all 3 of these young ladies hitting well over 300, 2 of them hitting over 400, and this lineup doesn't get any easier.
No, it does not, and Henry with her work cut out for her today. And this game almost feels like it's going to come down to one of those big plays like that. Mangrum puts one over the fence to take the lead. And now every at-bat, every inning there's a sense of urgency to get it done, as both these teams have the ability to just break it open if they need to.
And what a great preview for state between these two teams. It shows you the caliber of athletes we have at the top of the rankings here in 4A. That fastball's up high and out of the zone for a 2-0 count. Now, Henry behind in this count, and Hui with 3 home runs. She's got some power. She'll take a fastball in there for strike 1. That's how you bounce back.
Yeah, that thing came across that outside corner of the plate. It's a good-looking pitch, and gets the strike. So 2-1 count now to Aubrey Hui. Comes the pitch from Henry, and that'll be fouled off straight back into the fence right here in front of us.
Good,
strike 2.
Good hack on it.
Yeah.
Boy, she took a big swing, Hui did. Trying to give old St. Pius the 2-run lead on that swing.
Yeah, that was a big cut. Here comes the pitch. Inside for strike 3. Man, that was a great-looking pitch. Gets her swinging. That'll be out number 1, and that's going to bring up number 10, Bella Kaba, for the Sartans.
Ellen Kaba, the right fielder, hitting .333 for the Lady Sartans. And she's got some work to do here against Henry, her first at bat facing Henry, as we awkwardly are started in the second inning.
Yeah.
That's a fastball in there for strike one. Yep, we are just replaying what got canceled down in Albuquerque due to weather up here in Aztec to get this extra game in. And there's a bunt right back to Henry, fields it over to first in time for the 1-3 ground ball out number 2.
Well, I think the first baseman came in, and I think that was Aisha adjusted over to first base, the second baseman. That was a great play by the Aztec Tigers because you had Casey Phillips coming in, and you had Whitehorse coming in. Everybody came in on the bunt, and then they got that play. That was nice.
Yeah, it's Mary Grady up to bat.
Great field awareness.
Hitting over 400. Steven, if I looked at this correctly, she's an 8th grader. This young lady is in Grady, so 408 as an 8th grader. That's pretty talented if this is the case with 2 outs right now here in the bottom of the second inning. A rise ball up high for ball 2.
Yeah. Kamora Henry. Yeah, trying to dial it in here. I'm sure we're probably going to see a pretty good pitch right here. Corey just let us know 4 8th graders in their lineup. Swung on and missed for strike one. And folks, if you're out there watching, tuning in on the live stream, we can see we have quite a few viewers.
Yeah.
Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from, and we'll give you a shout out over the air. The girls like to go back and listen and hear those shout outs. Oh, another nice pitch right in there for strike 2, swung on and missed.
Well, that's the aggressiveness by both of these pitchers in Henry and Moret. They just don't back down. You hit a home run off me, okay, here I'm coming at you again. You know, and Moret in the same token with both of these pitchers. There's another fastball swung on for out, strikeout, out number 3.
Yep, so no runs on no hits, no runners left on base, and no Aztec errors. So after 2 complete innings, score is 2-1. The Sartans lead, and we will take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Looking for quality fencing? Hornet Fence has you covered. Residential, commercial, and industrial fence, gate, and gate operator sales and service. We do it all, where we carry the largest inventory of fencing supplies in the Four Corners area. Hornet Fence, helping you secure the nest.
We believe that every child deserves the best start in life, and we're committed to providing a safe, nurturing, and fun environment where your little ones can grow, learn, and thrive. Join the Kitty Camp family today, where smiles, learning, and love are always in abundance.
Welcome back. We're headed into the top of the third inning. It's going to be 2, 3, and 4 coming up for the Lady Tigers. It's Yellow, Lucio, and Henry. And, you know, Stephen, what a great night of softball. The wind slowed down. The sun's out. It's nice and warm. Great crowd out tonight. A lot of St. Pius fans made the trip. And you're seeing a fantastic matchup between 2 of the best teams that New Mexico has to offer in softball, into the Lady Tigers of Aztec and the Lady Sartans of St. Pius.
Yeah, this is a great matchup. And here's the first pitch. Yellow takes it
might
out
be out of here,
center
Steven.
field.
I think, right off the top of the fence.
Wow, great hit. Is she going to go 3? She's going to go 3.
Here's the throw. It's on time, and they got her.
Wow. Man, that was a great hit, and then it was a great play to get the ball back into the third baseman. That came from the center field. She got the throw all the way over to third, where you might have thought she might try to hit that cutoff. She took it all the way to third base. So does that count as a hit?
It's a hit, and then the right fielder's got the throw out at third. That'll bring up the 3-spot hitter. It's the catcher, number 2, Cami Lucio, who's hitting .394 on the season for the Lady Tigers. Very tough and gritty hitter. Very disciplined. Fastball outside for ball 1.
Well, that's one of those plays where if you're Coach French, you hope that doesn't come back to bite you, because you could have had that runner on second and held him up over there.
Tip your hat to the center fielder and Allaway. She threw a rocket into the infield, and she threw it exactly where she needed to. She made an amazing play for her team in St. Pius. Aztec needed some runners, but hey, you can't blame her for trying to push it. in Cheyenne Yellow. She's one of the best players on this lineup. So, yeah, give her the benefit of the doubt and give it a shot.
Well, I mean, I absolutely thought she was going to get over there to third. But that throw was exactly where it needed to be.
Perfect.
I mean, from center field, that's a tough throw to make. That one's going to be low and in the dirt for ball 3.
Well done, center fielder in Jaylyn Holloway, because that was a beautiful play for St. Pius, and that throw was unbelievable. Here comes Morit. 3-1 count. Got her swinging. That was a good pitch for Lucio. Big swing. Goes to full count. She's right there.
Well, I don't blame her for swinging at that. You know, on that 3-1 count, you're probably going to see a pretty good pitch right there, and she took a hack at it. But now you got the full count, the 3-2 pitch. Let's see what Moret comes up with. It's going to be fouled off as Cammie stays alive.
Yeah, that was a good piece of hitting by Cammie. That fastball was headed up. Rise ball got just enough of it to stay alive in this at-bat. Great job by Lucio.
Yeah, I mean, if it's anywhere close, you got to be swinging, and that's what she did. That was a defensive swing. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be high for ball 4. Good eye by Lucio as she will head down to first, and that will bring up Kimora Henry. And Kimora Henry, not too bad of a hitter herself.
Oh, yeah, hitting .508 on the season. 8 home runs for the Lady Tigers. She gets a hold of one. Good swing on one. She could make this game a completely different outlook up to this point anyways. She's going to look at a low off-speed pitch for ball 1. We'll see if Moret goes right at her. Do they try to pitch around Henry as well? Let's see what they do. There you go, right at her. Ground ball to the shortstop. Backhand missed. Rounding second, they're going to send Lucio. Nope, they're going to hold her up, and that was the right call by Coach French because the left fielder got that ball in a hurry, did Grady, and Lucio was turning. Coach French seen it, held her up. Hey, 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out, and you got your big-time hitter. And Casey Phillips coming up. Great coaching at third base by Josh French.
Well, yeah, I mean, and he was waving her to go. He was waiting to see what happened out there, and then he held her up, pushed her back to third. But you're right, absolutely great call. So now with runners on second and third, 1 out, we have number 24, Casey Phillips. She is the 5-spot hitter, and I'll tell you what, this young lady can absolutely get it done from the plate as well. This is a tough part of the lineup for Moret to have to get through. Here comes the pitch, and that's a nice hit to the second baseman. They're going to go home, and she gets her at home. And they tried to send Cammie home, and that's going to be the 4-2 out, number 2. But I think is that Ava Ogeen? Is she the courtesy runner? Who's the courtesy runner?
I did not see her.
Number 44.
It is Ava Ogeen.
Okay.
Yep. Now 0-0. It's going to be the third baseman, Christina Whitehorse, coming up to bat. She's hitting .289 on the season with 2 home runs. And Aztec still has 2 runners on base, 1 at third, 1 at first with 2 outs, and that's going to be a ball outside. Yeah, I didn't see if Coach French sent Lucio home or if she just got caught running down the line. But it was a great play by the infielder and the second baseman for St. Pius. There's a hit off the handle, flew right into the glove of the first baseman, F3 for out number 3, and Aztec missed an opportunity there.
Yep, there's no runs on 2 hits, 2 runners left on base, and no Sartan errors. So after 2.5 innings, the score remains 2-1, and we'll be right back.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff.
Welcome back. We're headed into the bottom of the third inning. St. Pius still with a 2-1 lead off a 2-run home run from Mangrum. And for St. Pius, we're going to have it's going to be 9-1-2. It's Jaramillo, Abera Vallejos, and Villegas, I believe is how it's said.
It's Villegas, I think, Villegas.
Villegas. There you go. Sorry. I just realized I erased half of the deal. They're trying to fit both names into my little box here, so forgive us, St. Pius.
That's a lot of name to write down.
I do apologize. Meant no disrespect. Amari Jaramillo hitting .278 on the season for the St. Pius Sartans. And she's playing second base. She'll step in to face Henry for the first time tonight from the right-hand side of the box. Here comes a pitch. Fastball in there for strike one. And Henry gets ahead in the count quickly.
Yeah, if you're Aztec right now, that out at third base by Cheyenne Yellow, this game could be tied, and you hope that one doesn't come back to haunt you. Another nice looking pitch as that gets in there for strike two, 0-2 count.
Yeah, and Henry, even after that home run, she just looks cool, calm, and collected. She doesn't look like she's panicking, upset. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, rise ball. Way up there.
Oh, it rose.
Camille Lucio had to come completely out of her stance to go grab that one.
Yeah, it definitely rose. So 1-2 the count now to Jaramillo, the second baseman. Oh, she goes after a low. Nice throw by Lucio.
What an arm, huh?
So strike three out. Number one, and that's going to take us back to the top of the lineup. Number three, Diamor Ibarra Villegas for the Sartans.
Yeah, Diamor, she's the leadoff hitter playing third base. I mean, an excellent hitter herself, hitting .492, almost in that 500 range. Of course, we got these stats off of Max Preps, just in case anybody was wondering where they came from. Each coach enters those in him or herself, and that's where I pulled them from. So if that's hitting something different, please forgive me, but I pulled it off of the website. So there's a fastball in the right corner of the right-handed batter for strike one with the count.
Well, he has been absolutely consistent on
right
that outside
right.
corner. I mean, that from our point of view, it's the same
for
pitch.
both sides.
Yeah, both sides, exactly. Ooh, came inside and up and gets her swinging.
Boy, that pitch looked wicked.
Yeah.
It's like started straight and then kind of curved into the hitter. Beautiful pitch. That was wild.
That was an off-speed pitch. Came out a little awkward. It came up real high. So that's going to bring the count 2-2 with one out. No runners on. There's the pitch from Kimura. That's going to be fouled off, out of play. So the count will remain at 2-2. And, hey, we see all you guys out there on the live chat. Send us a shout-out. Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from, and we will get that. We got Kristen Velarde. Oh, there's Ben O'Gean on there, too. Let's go, Lady Tigers. Looks and sounds good, gentlemen. And then Kristen Velarde said, wow, what a throw from center field. That was on that throw by the Sartan
It was.
Center fielder.
Wow is correct because it wowed everybody here.
Yeah, it did.
It's a high fastball for ball three. Full count now to Abera Villegas. Hitting in the leadoff spot, playing third base for St. Pius. Has worked this count to a full count. Here's a pitch fastball right off the handle, and it goes foul. So she is going to come back to the box and get another pitch. And what a battle between Henry and Villegas here with St. Pius.
Villegas, she's went after that twice now. That crazy pitch comes inside, and it must look really good from her point of view because that one came off the handle of the bat. It cut so far inside.
Let's see what happens here. Fastball swung on it. Just a back and forth battle again as Diamor fouls it off and stays alive with full count, 3-2. And we're in the bottom of the third inning. It sounds awkward, right, to say St. Pius is the home team, but they sure are. Here's a full count pitch, fastball, high fly ball in the realm of the shortstop. Cheyenne right there hauls it in for the F6, out number 2.
Great job as Kimura gets the first strikeout. The second out is F6 as her defense gets it done behind her, and that's going to bring up the pitcher, number 33, Dominique Moret, as she is 0 for 1 on the day. She struck out on her first at bat.
But has she been fantastic in the circle pitching for St. Pius? That's a fact.
Got a shout out from Albuquerque. I'll read that after this pitch. Swung on and missed for strike one, but it's from Munoz. J87105 says, let's go Maury, and go Pius from Albuquerque. And then Raptor, New Mexico, let's go. Great coverage, fellas.
All right, thanks for tuning in. That fastball is outside for ball 1-1-1 the count. 2-1's your lead. Like to hear from Albuquerque, and where's the other one come from?
Well, they're from just a fan.
Oh, all right.
Tiger fan. So
well, anybody else is tuning in from anywhere else out there, we sure love to hear from you, because these girls do like to go back and listen to their family, give them shout outs out here on the stream. So we'll definitely do that for you. It's a 1-2 count. Here comes a pitch to Moret, off speed outside. She dropped it. Here comes the throw to first in time for the strikeout, out number 3.
All right. Well, there was no runs on no hits, no runners left on base, and no Aztec errors. So after 3 complete innings, your score is 2-1 as the Sartans still in the lead off that big home run from Mangrum back in the first inning. And we will be right back.
Special thank you to our Desert Sports Live sponsorship families. Thank you to the amazing people for being part of the DSL family. By scanning our QR code and helping make it possible for us to bring high school sports coverage to the Four Corners community. If you'd like to join this incredible group and help support DSL, simply scan the Zelle QR code on the screen or search using the number 505-320-2979. Thank you for being part of the Desert Sports Live family.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff.
Well, here we go. We're headed to the top of the 4th inning, and it's a 2-1 lead for the Lady Sartans, who've been playing pretty tough ball against the number 2 ranked Aztec Lady Tigers. Sartans the number 4 ranked team in 4A, and no doubt about it, 2 top teams in the state. There's a fastball in there as Moret continues her onslaught of excellent pitching. I mean, she has been fantastic.
Yeah, both these pitchers doing a fantastic job for their teams today, throwing some nice pitches. Here comes the next one inside. That'll be fouled off into the umpire's shin for strike 2.
And this is Sydney Lee up to bat.
Yep, number 9, Sydney Lee at the plate for the Tigers. She got an 0-2 count, trying to get her Tigers going here as we are in the top of the 4th inning. We started this game in the bottom of the 1st. It's just an unusual start, but here we are.
With 1 out.
Well, that's at strike 3, goes down looking for out number 1.
Well, and that has certainly been a strike the entire game tonight.
Yes, it has.
On both sides, that outer half strike on the outside corner.
Number 22, Graciela Lovato, now at the plate for the Tigers.
She steps in at the right-hand side. There's an off-speed pitch down low for ball 1. As Lovato looking to get herself started. And did we start with her to start the game, I believe, right?
Yep.
So she led this game off for the Lady Tigers. There's a shot to the first baseman and handled nicely. Great job by Aubrey Huey over at first base.
Yeah, I mean, that was some quick reaction right there because that thing was coming fast.
It was crushed.
It gets by her, and she's probably heading to second base. But we got one from Ashley Phillips here. Says, let's go, Lady Tigers. You got this. Come on, Kimura, Casey, and Cammie. Lay down the hammer. Love you, Aunt Ashley and Uncle Bobo.
All right.
Nice shout out there. That one caught the outside corner for strike 1 is number 21, J.C. Douglas, now at the plate for the Tigers.
If she can find a way to get the ball down to the left side, she's got a great chance of running this out. But if she can find a way to get on base, she can really make some things happen. Ground ball to the second baseman, fielded. There's the throw. That's the speed I'm talking about. She almost outran that throw, but does not. 4-3 ground ball out number 3.
Yep, 3 up, 3 down. No runs and no hits. No runners left on and no Sartan errors. So after the top of the 4th, the score remains 2-1. We'll be right back.
Looking for quality fencing? Hornet Fence has you covered. Residential, commercial, and industrial fence, gate, and gate operator sales and service. We do it all, where we carry the largest inventory of fencing supplies in the Four Corners area. Hornet Fence, helping you secure the nest.
We believe that every child deserves the best start in life, and we're committed to providing a safe, nurturing, and fun environment where your little ones can grow, learn, and thrive. Join the Kitty Camp family today, where smiles, learning, and love are always in abundance.
We're headed into the bottom of the 4th inning. It's a 2-1 lead for the Lady Sartans. And we've got 3, 4, and 5 coming up to bat. Chavez, Mangrum, and Alloway all coming up for the Lady Sartans. And Henry still on the mound for, the circle for the Aztec Lady Tigers. We just got done broadcasting Aztec baseball not too long ago.
Right?
So we got Henry, and she's thrown a great game, Stephen. 1 mistake to 1 hitter, and you got the 2-run home run, and it's been it in this game. So she's recovered well, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's like you were right. Like she doesn't look flustered at all. That home run got hit, but she just came right back out. She's looking really confident out there in the circle. We have JoJo Chavez coming up to the plate now. She drew a walk in the first and has a run scored. And that's going to be outside for ball 1.
Well, she's got 4 home runs on this season, so she's got some power. Hitting over 400 is JoJo Chavez, the catcher for St. Pius. Here's Henry with a fastball, swung on and missed, and she threw that right by her.
Yeah.
Quite late was Chavez on that fastball.
That was a good-looking pitch.
1-1 the count now. What a great game. We hope you all are enjoying tuning in to watch this big-time matchup between number 2, the Lady Tigers, and number 4, the Lady Sartans. And, man, this is just a preview, folks. And I keep saying this, Stephen and I have watched a lot of lady softball this year. These are definitely 2 of the top teams in the state for softball, no doubt.
Absolutely. I think we're going to see both of these teams down at state making a deep run into the playoffs. You know, these 2 might even meet up at some point down in Albuquerque. So this is a great matchup, getting a great look at what the competition's going to be like, and that one's fouled off to keep the count at 2-2.
Just hanging tough. Goes back to what you talked about earlier. If you're not sure and it's close, you got to fight it off. Take a hack, foul it off, do what you got to do to keep yourself in this at-bat. And that's exactly what Chavez did. Good job for her to foul that off and stay alive. Here's a fastball, but that's the rise ball there. And Henry left no doubt on that. She threw it right by Chavez for strikeout out number 1.
For her 6th strikeout of the day. So that's going to bring up number 23, Zoe Mangrum, the 1-for-1 with that huge 2-run home run back in the first inning. And she took the first pitch and took it over the fence.
She is, without a doubt, one of the best hitters in the state. Doesn't matter what classification. That did not miss by much.
No, it did not.
At all. But that's called a ball. Mangrum hitting over 700 with 13 home runs now. She came into this game with 12. She's got 13, so no doubt about it. She's going to be getting looked at by some pretty big D1 schools. And rightfully so, Stephen.
Well,
she's electrifying at the plate, no doubt about it.
She's big and strong, and, I mean, she is tall. She is really tall. But, man, yeah, you're right. She's got some power when she gets up there. She just looks intimidating
tall,
if I was
strong.
a pitcher, yeah.
You could tell she's been in the weight room. There's a fastball swung on and fouled off, and that shows you the bat speed and the strength I was just talking about. That's a tough pitch to foul off when you've got somebody like Henry who throws the way that she throws, puts the movement on the ball the way that she does, and comes in off the hands, and you can still foul that off. That's a good hitter at the plate right now.
I really like that. Whatever that pitch is that she's throwing inside, she puts that one. Oh, is she going to get it? Nope, it's overthrown. I mean, she hit it to Whitehorse. Whitehorse she kind of bobbled it, and then she tried to get it over to first base, but Mangrum outruns it and gets over to first base. Is that going to be considered an E5 then?
She bobbled it.
Yeah.
It will be. And you know, honestly, the ball was hit really sharp.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it hit her glove, popped right back out, and you're going to have an E5, and Mangrum will head on over to first base. Stepping in now is getting from the left-hand side of the box, the center fielder, number 5, Jaylin Allaway. And Allaway had an excellent play, that big-time throw over to third base. There's a swing and a miss. That big-time throw from center field to third base to get Cheyenne Yellow out. Huge arm. What an amazing play that was.
That was a great play. Put it right where it needed to go. And
she did not pull back.
Yep, so that's going to be strike 2. So 0-2 the count now with a runner on first and 1 out as Mangrum's over there on first. Wanting to take off. Cammie Lucio, very aware of what's happening over there. She got up right away. She was ready to make that throw. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Out number 2, and that's going to bring up number 22, Aubrey Huey, who's 0 for 1 on the day.
Yeah, she's got some power. She's got 3 home runs on this season, hitting over 400. So she might have. Well, she'd probably be right at 400 after that last strikeout, at least going off of the stats that we had from Max Preps. But an excellent hitter here with a speedster over at first base and Mangrum. It's going to be ball 1.
Yep, ball 1. So 1-0 the count, 2 outs, runner on first. The Sartans with the slim lead of 2-1, but man, if there's a game that could come down to a slim win, it could be this game. So definitely want to take advantage of any offense you can get going in this one. Now it's going to be the rise ball. It's going to be high for ball 2. And folks, keep those shout outs coming in. We had a few come in. Like, if you're out there watching this game, it doesn't matter if you're in Albuquerque, wherever you're at, send us a shout out. Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from. We'll get that shout out done, and that's going to be hit sharply right into center field. Base hit for Aubrey Huey. So nice piece of hitting by Aubrey as she will put a runner in scoring position over there on second. And that's going to bring up number 10, Bella Caba, the right fielder, 0 for 1 on the day.
Caba hitting over 300 for the Lady Sartans, and now they've got 2 runners on, but more importantly, the runner at second for some insurance runs. But I got a feeling Kimora Henry's going to have something to say about that here pretty quick. It's a 1-0 count. And let's see what Caba can come up with here against Henry with the runner in scoring position. It's a big moment for Henry the pitcher and Caba the hitter. There's a ground ball hit sharply down first base, but it goes foul. Count moves to 1-1.
Fortunately for Aztec, that goes foul, because if that ends up going fair, she was a little bit too far behind on the swing, but if that ended up going fair, that's going to score a run for sure, possibly 2.
Well, let's see if Henry can come back, finish this out herself. She's got a 1-1 count now on Caba. Inside fastball. Nice job by Caba to fight that pitch off. 1-2 the count now to the right fielder in Caba. Man, that is a tough pitch coming in with the heat and then moving in on your hands. Goodness.
And she's been consistent bringing that inside, and it gets them swinging.
Oh, went with the rise ball with the 1-2 count.
Yeah.
Can't blame her for that one. Just see if you could get her to chase it. But Caba very, very disciplined on that pitch. Here we go. What a battle right now. 22 on the board. Swung on and got her. Henry comes through again. for the strikeout, out number 3.
Yep, so there was no runs on one hit. 2 runners left on base and 1 Aztec error. So after 4 complete innings, the score remains 2-1. We'll be heading into the top of the 5th, where it will be a 7, 8, and 9 for the Aztec Tigers. We'll be right back.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff
Welcome back. We've got a new pitcher stepping into the circle for the Lady Sartans. And that is going to be number 13. That is Lexi Jaramillo. Now pitching for the Lady Sartans. And coming into the game also is number 14. That's Lucia Gallego. So Gallegos checking in and Jaramillo checking in on the circle.
Lucia. So you had 14 come in for 10, and you had 13 come in for 2. Sorry, we're getting everything organized here on our end, on our batting lineups and stuff for our cameras and everything. Hey, there's Najoni Yellow finally checking in.
Yeah, she did. I hope she got her gear that I gave her parents.
And Al watching from Dallas, Texas. Let's go, Cheyenne and Josh Yellow.
Hey,
thank you for
actually,
broadcasting.
I think happy birthday to Najoni, if
is
I'm
it?
not mistaken. I thought I seen something out there. So if it is, happy birthday.
Awesome.
Young lady, we sure love when we get to hear from you and your family. We sure love your family over here. It's amazing to get to watch them play. That's a fastball in there for ball 1 as Ayesha
Ayasha.
Jeez, we ought to know that right now. That's embarrassing that we haven't got that name down by now. There's an off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. 1-1 the count.
Can you give me that last name for number 14 again on the Sartans? I want to make sure I get that.
Gallegos.
All right, Gallegos. Lucia Gallegos. All right.
That's right. So we got a 1-1 count on the leadoff hitter in yellow. She was 0 for 1. She grounded out to the shortstop. There's a shot fouled off. So it takes the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yep, Yellow, the leadoff hitter for the Lady Tigers. They could really use a base runner right here. Let's see if she can make it happen as we have a new pitcher out on the mound now for the Sartans. That's number 13, Lexi Jaramillo. Comes the pitch. That'll be fouled off.
I got to tell you, Jaramillo can throw some heat.
Well,
she is bringing it right now.
Yeah, when I was watching her warm up before the game,
goodness.
I mean, we were sitting here and you could hear the glove popping out there as they were warming up, both pitchers. Yeah, she can definitely get it going. So here comes the 1-2 count pitch. And that's going to be high for ball 2.
Nice job by Yellow to hold off on that. That's that high fastball in baseball that baseball players can't hold off of. That's that rise ball softball players have a tough time. Good job by Aisha Yellow holding off on that pitch. Here comes Jaramillo with the 2-2 count. Fastball, here's a shot out into right field. Might get down, diving for it. Does not come up with it, but nice effort by the right fielder. Coming in, that was Kaba on the diving effort, and a great piece of hitting by Yellow. She gets Aztec started off, Steven, and it feels like Aztec desperately needed that leadoff hitter to get on.
Yep, and then next up, her cousin Cheyenne, seeing if she can't move around the bases. That ball was hit. I think we have something going on out here. Oh, we're getting her some sunglasses out in right field because that sun is brutal. But no, I mean that. She couldn't hit that ball in a better spot than what she did. It fell perfectly in between all the second baseman, right fielder, and center fielder. they made a run for it, but great hit by Ayasha Yellow. With no outs now, a runner on first, Cheyenne Yellow, the shortstop at the plate for the Tigers.
Yeah, and she's 1 for 1 already in this game. There's a fastball peppered in there for strike one on the outer half of the plate. On the right-handed hitter in Cheyenne Yellow. And Yellow lives for these moments, does Cheyenne Yellow, Steven. She's been in these moments a lot and has come through big time for her team. They need her right now, but she's facing a tough Lexi Jaramillo pitcher from St. Pius. That's a fastball inside for ball one.
Yeah, that one came inside. It was a good-looking pitch, but it just was a little bit too far inside. Thought she might get Cheyenne swinging, but Cheyenne had to back out of there. So 1-1 count. Ayasha over there on first base. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be fouled off out of play.
Big swing.
I was waiting to see if it hit my truck back there.
I got a feeling if it does, we might not be able to hear it, but it hasn't got hit yet, so you might be all right. Here's a 1-2 count for Cheyenne Yellow, and this is a big pitch coming up right here. Let's see who gets this battle on this next pitch. Jaramillo with the offer, fastball outside for ball two. 2-2 the count. You can see the chess match right now between Jaramillo and Yellow.
All right, we got a Pius shout-out coming in here. It says it's from a Mangrum, and it says, shout-out to Zoe Mangrum and St. Pius Sartans from the Mangrums. We love you. There you go.
Right. Checking in the Mangrum family. There's a shot out into right field. The right fielder coming on in. Is she diving? Steven, go ahead. I can't see that far.
It fell safely to the ground. She made a run at it, but just could not get over there to it. So it's just a long strike. And then we got Sheridan Russell says, let's go, Cheyenne. Let me see. Yaz, Sheridan, and family watching from Farmington. All right, there you go. 2 great shout-outs coming in on the live stream. And, yes, the Mangrum family cheering for Zoe as she hit that big home run. Is it Zoe?
She sure did.
Yeah. That one's that outside corner for strike 3. Gets her looking, and that's going to be out number 1. So with a runner on first and 1 out now, we have Cami Lucio coming up to the plate for the Tigers. And she made it all the way to third base, got thrown out at home whenever she went home on that first at bat.
Well, she's played a lot of ball, has Lucio. Oh, throw back down, back door in there, safe. And that's ball 1 against Lucio. You know, she's played a lot of ball. Oh, did he call it a strike?
Yeah, he called it a strike.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow. All right, there we go. I got that reversed then. Strike 1 on Lucio. But, you know, she's played a lot of ball. She's seen a lot of pitchers, and that's what I was talking about. That hit out into the gap into center field. And a nice job by the center fielder in Mangrum to get over and field that in. It looked like it might scoot out into the fence, but Lucio does her job, gets a base hit, and that's what I was talking about. She's played a lot of ball, is built for these kind of moments.
Yeah, and now you got your big hitter, Kimora Henry, coming up, the 4-hole hitter. Let's see if she can come up. I wonder if they're going to try to pitch around her, if she'll try to throw anything at her. But Coach French held Ayasha up at second base. I thought he might bring her, but that one's inside for strike 1.
Well, and I was just fixing to say they didn't pitch around Henry the last at-bat. I got a feeling they're going to come right at her. And what does Jaramillo do? Pepper a fastball right down the heart of the plate. Just says, here it is.
Yeah.
Give it to you right down the middle. Let's see if you can beat me on this. Here comes the pitch again. Jaramillo with the offer. High fastball. Ball 1-1 the count. And Aztec in business. They need their senior leadership to come through in a big way right now, Stephen, because it has been pretty much St. Pius in the first inning, bottom of the first, and then Aztec's been here twice with runners on base and didn't come up with something. Let's see what they can do here. There's a fastball down low for ball 2-1. That was a good pitch by Jaramillo to see if she could get Henry to chase.
Yeah, well, and I believe Aztec probably had more base runners, but they just haven't been able to finish and get them across the home plate.
Yep, they've left two innings ago. They had 2 runners on.
Well, in that first inning that we didn't see, that first half of the inning where they had 3 runners, they had bases loaded and didn't bring in a run. Oh.
Yep, that was outside.
You kind of hold your breath because it was so close, but it was a little bit high and outside, I think.
Not by much, because as you know, this umpire loves the corner pitch. So if he calls that a ball, you know it's a ball. He's got that outer half locked down in his zone today. There's a ground ball. That's going to get through. Do they hold her up? Yep, they probably should. They do, and that's why you hold her up. Because Mangrum threw a rocket from center field right to the catcher, and that would have thrown out yellow at home, no doubt about it. So great job by Coach French to hold up the runner in yellow at third base.
Yeah, I mean, Mangrum, she got that to home. I mean, it was a perfect throw. That was a great job by Coach French to hold up Aisha at third. Like, you really feel like you want him to send that runner, but, man, Mangrum, you don't want to run against her. She will throw you down. That's going to bring up number 24, Casey Phillips. Casey Phillips with a base hit could score 1, possibly 2 runs. Here comes the pitch. Bases loaded. Swung on and missed. Great pitch. Man.
I mean, again, Casey hitting over 500, or close to 500 with 6 home runs. And here comes Jaramillo and says, here's my best, and I'm throwing it right over the middle again, just like I did to your counterpart. Let's see if Casey gets one here. There's another shot, and that's going to be an infield fly. I know it's foul, so it'll be F3, out number 2.
Yeah, and
that's a big out for St. Pius even to get Phillips to fly out like that.
All right, we've got another shout-out coming in from Angelique Moretz. A shout-out to Dami Moret. Let's go, Sartans. And I believe that's Miss Moret that was in the circle to begin the game.
Yep,
so
Dominique Moret, the starting pitcher, who did a fantastic job for the Lady Sartans.
Thank you for that shout-out. All right, here comes Christine Whitehorse. Swung on and missed for strike 1. And, you know, Miss Armillo out there, Lexi, looking to get out of a jam as its bases loaded. And Aztec, if you're Aztec, you don't want to leave those runners stranded out there on base.
Well, Jaramillo has been throwing hard, throwing really well, but base hits by Aztec, they've got their timing down. But this is a big at-bat for Whitehorse and an at-bat for Jaramillo too, because a base knock at least scores 1 for sure, and depending on where you hit it, I mean, don't hit it to center field, obviously, because Mangrum's got center field area locked down for Pius.
Yeah.
So you put it out in those other areas, you might be talking 2 runs, but you got to get through Jaramillo. Here comes a pitch. Fastball swung on. A little late on that pitch, but fouled it off for a 1-2 count.
Yep, who's going to win this battle? As if you're Aztec, you don't want to leave runners stranded, and if you're the Sartans, you want to just get out of this inning with no damage done. So Lexi Armillo looking to see if she can find that out pitch. Here it comes.
Did she bring the fastball? She did, but it was a riser.
Yep, high for ball 2. So 2-2 the count now to Christine Whitehorse.
Man, isn't this been just such a fantastic game to watch? Back and forth between these two teams. Number 2, Aztec. Number 4, St. Pius. 2 of the best teams in the state of New Mexico battling out here, which it means everything, but it means nothing, you know?
Yeah.
Got her.
Swung on and missed.
Out. That was a big out for Jaramillo and the Sartans.
Yeah, so with no runs on 3 hits, 3 runners left on base, and no Sartan errors, that is going to do it for the top of the 5th inning, where your score remains 2-1. We'll be right back.
Special thank you to our Desert Sports Live sponsorship families. Thank you to the amazing people for being part of the DSL family. By scanning our QR code and helping make it possible for us to bring high school sports coverage to the Four Corners community. If you like to join this incredible group and help support DSL, simply scan the Zelle QR code on the screen or search using the number 505-320-2979. Thank you for being part of the Desert Sport.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry's standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff
We're headed into the bottom of the 5th inning. It's still a 2-1 lead, and what a tough game it's been up to this point. Leading off for St. Pius, it's the 8 spot. Number 1, Mary Grady up to bat. Off-speed pitch up high, swung on and missed for strike 1. Grady, the 8th grader, hitting over 400. Got to tell you, when you're hitting that around and playing for a team like St. Pius, Stephen, and playing the schedule that St. Pius plays, that's pretty dang good.
Yeah.
She's a talented young lady at the plate swinging. But she's facing a very talented pitcher in Kimora Henry. Swung on and missed for strike 2.
Yep, Mary Grady 0 for 1 on the day. Kimora Henry just pitching tough. We're probably going to see that was a good-looking pitch on the inside corner. Gets her swinging for strike 3, out number 1. And now we have number 13, Lexi Armio. Let's see what happens here.
Number 17 coming in.
Yeah, because I was going to say, Lexi came in for Amari Armio.
So you got number 17, Sophia Trujillo, coming up to bat for St. Pius in the spot for the pitcher in Lexi Jaramillo. So I'm wondering if this is just a pinch hitter or if this is a full replace.
Says 17 for 13.
So, wow, I wonder if she's coming in to pitch. All right, so Sophia Trujillo up to bat now for the Lady Sartans.
All right, well, we'll see how this plays out. She's the lefty.
Tough to do, though, huh, Steven, where you're sitting all game and then you got to come in and face Henry?
Yeah.
That's a tough situation.
It's a tough task, but I'm sure, obviously these Sartan players get to see tough pitching if they get to hit against any of their own pitchers. So neither one of these teams intimidated by the other, just playing some tough softball. As here comes the pitch from Henry. That's going to be low for ball 1. So 1-1 the count, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And this is where you start to feel a little bit of a sense of urgency if you're both teams. We talk about this every game. You get towards this end part of the game, you feel like you need to get something going, get some runs. There's that outside corner for strike 2.
Well, and for both these teams, you've got, if you're Aztec, you've only got 6 outs left. If you're St. Pius, really, you've got,
goodness.
It was way up in the head area, but she was able to duck to get out of the way, so the count goes to 2-2, and I think both of them were kind of like thankful nothing happened
that
there.
Young lady's tall. She had to go a long ways down to dodge that one.
Glad
she kind of turned around and giggled back at the dugout.
Here comes a pitch from Henry. Swung on and missed for strikeout, out number 2, and that's back-to-back strikeouts for Henry.
Back to the leadoff hitter, who is 0 for 2, Diamor Ibarra Villegas, as she flew out to the shortstop on her last at bat in the 3rd inning. We don't know what her first out was because that one happened in Albuquerque before.
That's right. Here. That's how we started the game, was with the 2 spot leading off. So let's see what Diamor can do here. Off-speed pitch in there for strike 1, and that's that outside corner that's been called all night long. And really by all these umpires, they all kind of pepper that outer half of the corner. It's been something that's happened all season long. There's a rise ball up high for ball 1. Yeah, so it's crazy because I believe that St. Pius only has 1 game left after this game. Aztec's got 2 left. There's a shot over Kimora's head, and that's going to get down for a base hit.
Wow.
It was just hit in that no man's land area. And you know what? Hey, if you're looking at it in the scorebook, Diamor, that's a line drive past the pitcher.
Yep, that is a hit. No other way to look at it. I mean, Henry made a great effort.
She did.
And then you had Cheyenne Yellow coming in, but that one was almost impossible to get to. That's going to bring up number 30. Oh, is it number 33? Yes, number 33, Dominique Moret. I think she's moved out to right field. Is that correct?
She did.
Okay.
She is 0 for 2, like Steven mentioned. There's a fastball swung on for an 0-1 count. And you just have to, you see some of the best pitchers the state has to offer here with Kimora Henry. And then on the other side, we see Dominique Moret throw. She was fantastic, just brilliant for St. Pius. And then we got to see Jaramillo. So, some excellent pitching by both of these teams. And that was beautiful pitch.
And it is going to be,
I thought it hit the knob of the bat.
Yeah, he did. He said foul ball. He called it a
okay,
foul
he
ball.
did.
Yep.
There you go, see? I was like, wait a minute. So it's 0-2 count.
We need some help here. We can't hear with these headsets on.
We couldn't hear it, but I seen the trajectory of the ball change. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball hit to Phillips.
Oh,
she
no.
bobbled it. There's the throwback.
Got her. Wow.
What a play by the second baseman.
Wow.
That was a beautiful play, and I'm trying to see if that's yellow.
Aisha.
It was.
Aisha Yellow, yeah.
Aisha Yellow just flipped it back. Phillips got her foot on the bag for out number 3.
Wow, that was just a fantastic play. That's a heads-up play.
Sure
that's
was.
That's called staying in the play right there.
Stay with the play,
as it got
exactly.
past Phillips, but Aisha right there grabs it, gets it over to first for the out number 3, the 4-3 out number 3. And so with no runs on one hit, one runner left on base, and no Aztec errors, after 5 complete innings, the score remains 2-1. We'll be right back.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff.
All right, welcome back. We got Sydney Lee leading off for the Lady Tigers. And it's the 8th grader, Lexi Jaramillo, on the circle still for the Lady Sartans. She'll take a fastball outside for ball 1. And just knowing that she's an 8th grader just makes the impressive fastball that she's got that much more impressive.
It is impressive.
And this is a good tune-up for Aztec to see these two pitchers right here before they head into a big time matchup tomorrow night against Gallup. So you don't think that these young ladies are happy to get their timing down on two pitchers that can throw some heat and get ready for Gallup.
I missed a shout-out from Uncle Julian to said, let's go Diamore on that last at-bat. I just wanted to get that in there because I wanted to hear that her uncle was out there watching. That's when it's going to be on that outside corner for strike 2. As the count goes to 1-2, number 9, Sydney Lee, the center fielder, 0 for 1 on the day. Had a strikeout in the 4th inning at the plate for the Aztec Tigers.
It's just been a big-time heavyweight battle here between these two teams. There's a swing, miss. Oh, it's dropped. Going to throw her out, and they do. Man, that was just unfortunate. She didn't see that the catcher dropped the ball. She could have taken off to first and could have made it easily there, Steven.
Yeah, without that hesitation where she got a little frustrated and then realized it was out of the – she probably could have made it, but it was just enough time for to give the catcher to make the throw down to first. So next up, number 22, Graciela Lovato.
Oh, we got a time here.
We got a discussion going on between the umpire and the first base coach for Aztec.
Well, I'm pretty sure Jen was just doing her job as a coach, saying you do realize she blocked the entire bag trying to take that throw and didn't give her any chance to get on the bag. There's a fastball swung on for strike 1. Would be my assumption over there, but I have no idea where else the first baseman would go because the ball was thrown right where she caught it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's what Coach Lucio's over there talking to the umpire about. That's just my guess. And guess what? I'm usually wrong.
Yeah, they were having a discussion, but we are back in the action. 1-1, this is the count. 1 out. We are in the Is this the top
of the sixth?
Sixth, yeah, there we go. Just had to clarify. Here we go. High for ball 2.
Well, here's the facts for sure. Aztec has dominated this game up to this point as far as runners on base, that is. But St. Pius has been able to shut every opportunity down that Aztec has come up with here. So let's see if Aztec can battle back. There's a big swing and a foul ball to take the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is where you got to grit things out. You know, you're playing a tough team in St. Pius, where I said it kind of matters because you're highly ranked, both teams, but it doesn't matter anymore to play this game because really you're this deep in district. But you really want to come out with this win on both sides.
Well, and I mean, that's swung on and missed for strike 3, out number 2. But the problem is if you're Aztec and you lose this game, that could affect your seeding. Drop you down into that 3 spot instead of staying at the 2 spot. You see what I'm saying? And make some adjustments in that top 4 part of the bracket, which comes down to who comes to play at your place, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you've got Aztec, who's left 5 runners on base in this game. You got St. Pius, who's only left 1 runner on base. So kind of tells a little bit of a story there, as that's ball 1. To the 9th spot hitter, and J.C. Douglas, who got on base. Or excuse me, I thought she got on base her last at bat.
She did not. It was 4-3 out.
Desperately needing somebody on base here. Aztec's down to 4 outs left. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-1 the count on Douglas.
This is where you need every part of your lineup to get hits. So with 2 outs, no runners on, J.C. Douglas at the plate for the Tigers.
Well, in retrospect of everything that we're looking at, Camora's only given up 2 hits after that home run, and one was the one by Diamor over her head, you know, in just that little no man's land. So 2 hits since then. I mean, Camora has been fantastic for the Aztec Lady Tigers. I just got to get moving offensively if you're a Tiger fan. 1-2 the count here to Douglas. Tough spot. Here comes a pitch. Swung on and missed for strikeout, out number 3, and that was 3 up, 3 down K, Steven.
Yeah, no runs, no hits, no runners left on base, no Sartans errors. And we are done with the top of the 6th inning. Going into the bottom of the 6th, we'll be right back.
Looking for quality fencing? Hornet Fence has you covered. Residential, commercial, and industrial fence, gate, and gate operator sales and service. We do it all, where we carry the largest inventory of fencing supplies in the Four Corners area. Hornet Fence, helping you secure the nest.
We believe that every child deserves the best start in life, and we're committed to providing a safe, nurturing, and fun environment where your little ones can grow, learn, and thrive. Join the Kitty Camp family today, where smiles, learning, and love are always in abundance.
Shout out. Welcome back. We're headed into the bottom of the 7th inning, or excuse me, the bottom of the 6th inning for St. Pius coming up. It's going to be 3, 4, and 5, Chavez, Mangrum, and Holloway, as long as nobody's been subbed out. And it sure looks like JoJo Chavez is still coming up to bat for us, or excuse me, for the St. Pius Sartans. And on the mound for the Aztec Lady Tigers is Henry. I guess I'm just trying to adopt myself into St. Pius by that last comment. I don't know. I don't even know what that was about. Actually, my cousin played for St. Pius when I was in high school, so.
You probably have a cousin that's played for every team.
Close. The way our family moved and sprouted out through the state
Albert's
of New Mexico.
got family everywhere. Every time we go somewhere, we see one of Albert's family. But here we go, folks. We have number 44, JoJo Chavez, the catcher. She is 0 for 1, drew a walk and scored a run back in the first. And she will be stepping in for the Sartans.
Well, it'll be important for Henry to go right at these hitters and get them back in to go hit. It'd be nice to get them back in with some momentum when your pitcher can come out here and just really shut down an inning.
Yep, Kamora Henry having a great night. Just had that one. That's going to go foul. It'll fall safely to the ground, so it'll be a long strike. 1-1 the count. But what I was going to say is she's had a great evening. She just had that one pitch that cost her as Mangrum knocked it out of the park to give the Sartans the lead. And then you go back to some of the base running errors that have happened. If Cheyenne Yellow gets stopped at second back in that inning, that would have scored a run because they actually got a hit right after that. But these are things that you got to be prepared for when you go to state, right?
No doubt about it. And you've got Silver City, who's out there, who's still a top dog softball team. You got Artesia. There's Henry that'll throw that right past Chavez with the fastball to take the count to 1-2 strikes. But Silver City still highly ranked. Artesia, the #1 team in the state right now. I mean, so I think 4A softball has never been stronger than it is right here. And there's a off-speed pitch that Kimura left up hanging, and Chavez fouls it way wide left. So 1-2 the count still. But that goes to show you the kind of teams that we have, not just in softball, though, Stephen, in baseball, too. A ton of teams. St. Pius is another team that's up on top of baseball. Aztec Bloomfield here locally for us. One of the top teams in the state, in my opinion, top 5, probably 5 to 8 in the state. So baseball and softball right now, to me, hasn't been hotter than it is this year.
Yeah, a lot of
across the board.
Good stuff happening right here in our little neck of the woods for all of these teams. So 2-2 the count. Here comes the pitch, fouled off. Keeps it at 2-2.
Hanging in there is Chavez, just fighting off these pitches by Henry. And hey, you don't get 600 strikeouts for your career because you're not, you're just kind of okay. You just got kind of like a this and that kind of. No. Good job by Henry to continue to battle here against Chavez. Got her on that rise ball.
So that'll be strike 3, out number 1. And it will bring up Zoe Mangrum as she has done it all for the Sartans today.
She has been amazing today.
Gave them the one-run lead with the home run and had that big throwdown from center field. Here comes the pitch.
Oh, check swing. And that did not miss the strike zone by much. You can see Henry kind of smile and walk away because that was pretty dang close. So check swing, 1-0 the count to Mangrum, who Stephen mentioned earlier has just had a day. There's a fly ball to the first baseman. Here's Phillips, hauls it in for the F3, out number 2.
Well, that was the pitch. That's the pitch that she's been getting him swinging on, is it cuts inside, goes off the handle of the bat, and goes straight up into the air. And it's just a nice pitch by Kimura Henry. That's absolutely what helped to get that out right there, but it pops it up in the air. F3, out number 2. Brings up number 5, Jalen Alloway, 0 for 2 on the day.
Just big swing. Missed. Looking for that one-run cushion there on that swing. Yeah. She took a big hack at that fastball that tailed away from her. She's a left-handed hitter. Here comes Henry. Slap bunt. Slap hit, nobody's there at first. She didn't see that nobody was there. Lucio threw the ball, and if you're a Tiger fan, you're thankful that it accidentally hit the runner running down first base because no Aztec Tiger covered first base.
Yeah, she's very fortunate that hit the runner because if that thing goes out into right field, she might be all the way to third base.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Man, St. Pius coach is going to have a conversation with the field umpire just saying, hey, is there, we can't advance on that play. I'm assuming is what he's saying is just like, is there anything, in that sense that nobody was the bag? So in baseball, if you have a runner at the base and you got the first baseman holding the runner, if he's not on the bag or if he comes off the bag and catches that ball and is nowhere near for the tag, that is a balk or an illegal tag anyways, and they'll award a balk and move the runner over.
All right.
Not that way in softball, but that's a wild little long explanation that nobody needed to hear.
Well,
but there you go, folks. Dinner and entertainment tonight.
That's right.
Oh, there's a shot. That's a big hit out into left center. It's going to hit the gap. That's going to score a run, Steven. And St. Pius scores a big run as Alloway makes it all the way around from first base off the double from number 22, Aubrey Huey, with a big-time hit.
Oh, that young lady has some wheels. Holy cow, she got around the base path quickly. And if you're the Sartans, that's absolutely what you wanted at this point in the game, is that gives them puts them up another run. But with 2 outs, and you give up a run like that, if you're Aztec, that's tough. That's tough, especially in a game like this. But that's going to bring up number 14, Lucia Gallegos. That one's in there for strike one. Is it Lucia?
You got
Gallegos?
it.
Okay.
Yep.
Want to make sure I got that correct.
You're on spot there, sir.
So 3-1 is your score now. 2 outs, runner on second. Oh, right back at the pitcher as Kamora Henry will catch that one, and that's going to do it for the bottom of the 6th inning, where there was 1 run on 1 hit and 1 runner left on base and no Aztec errors. So Aztec has to have 2 runs or more to keep this thing going. They've got 3 outs to make it happen. We'll be right back.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff
All right, welcome back, everyone. I just want to get this shout out. Amber Lee said, "Let's go Tigers, let's go Yellows." So Amber Lee giving us a shout out there for the Yellows. And we will be heading into the top of the 7th. Like I said right before break, this is Aztec's last chance opportunity, as they have to have at least 2 runs to keep this game going.
Yep, just to go into the bottom half of this inning. And to do that, Steven, they've got 1, 2, and 3 coming up. Aisha Yellow, Cheyenne Yellow, and Cami Lucio all coming up to bat for the Lady Tigers, and this is it here. They've got to start off hot with this leadoff hitter. It is so important to get the leadoff hitter on base. Let's see what the Tigers come up with. Up to this point, the Tigers have left 5 runners on base stranded in this game. St. Pius only 1. Here's the pitch, fastball. Peppered in there for strike 1.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch.
Gosh, and do you swing at that, though, Steven? I don't know, man. On a first pitch like that, that thing was moving, and it had a ton of movement on the outer half of the plate.
I bet you after it went by, she was like, "I wish I would have swung at that."
Yeah.
That was a good-looking pitch.
Here's Yellow to do it again.
Oh.
Off-speed pitch. And I don't know why I just moved
You
like that ball.
dodged that one.
I just kind of moved back on that one.
That one came right at you.
It's certainly Yellow's got some speed. If she can find a way to get on base, she can really make some things happen for the Lady Tigers. Both Yellows back to back. It's a big spot on the lineup for the Lady Tigers. Swung on and missed for strike 2. That was an aggressive swing on a very aggressive pitch.
Wow, our Mio, she has come in and just gotten after it. This young lady can definitely throw the heat, can't she?
Yeah, you certainly see why she's there ranked number 4 in the state, no doubt. Here comes a pitch from Jaramillo. Base hit out into right field. Bobbled. She's going to make it easily. And she's going to get the Lady Tigers started off, and that was a very important moment for the Lady Tigers to get that leadoff hitter, because coming up is Cheyenne Yellow. And if you remember, not too long ago in the 3rd inning, she almost hit one out of here, hit the top side of the fence. So she's got a ton of power.
Man, that thing came off the end of her bat, but man, she snuck it right in between the first and second baseman out into the right field. Good job by Aisha. Now Cheyenne Yellow looking to see if she can't move her around the bases. And that one is high for ball 1. She check swing, but did not call it. We got Lidster 0770. Let's go Sartans. So glad to see you guys are still out there tuning in, paying attention to what's going on in this great game here against these two teams.
Of course they are. It's a great game, right? 3-1. They probably can't move away from their 85-inch string tee. There's a base hit.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought that bounced right over the top of the base, but it curved over. And he's got a way better angle than I do. So foul ball, 1-1 the count now to Cheyenne, yellow. But I'm sure some of these guys are watching on YouTube for their big screen at home. I know my wife is for sure. And love hearing from you guys from St. Pius. And, hey, congratulations on your team. They are a sharp-looking team out here taking on the number 2 team in the Aztec Lady Tigers, and it's been an excellent game. Everything we thought it would live up to. Fastball hit out into right field, fighting the sun, and able to haul it in on the F9. Good job by the right fielder in Isabella Cava to haul that in. Hey, we've seen some baseball teams not handle that sun too well not too long ago.
Well, they gave Moret those sunglasses, I don't know, a couple innings ago, and I'm sure right there she was glad to have them because that sun is coming straight into their face if you're in right field. So we have Cami Lucio now at the plate for the Tigers.
Well, she came through the last at-bat when she was up here last time in a big spot yet again, and really we could say that from here on out because every at-bat, every pitch is going to be a big pitch and a big at-bat.
Yep, Aztec. Cami Lucio right now the tying run if she can get on base.
Well, she's got some power too, does Lucio, so she gets a hold of one of those fastballs. Could be interesting, but you got to get a hold of it first. Here's Jaramillo. Ground ball right off the shoe, and they're going to throw her out at first. Boy, that should have been a base hit. It would have been a base hit all day long, but it went right off the foot of the pitcher in Jaramillo, and she is visibly limping all over the place. Boy, I tell you, Cami crushed that right back up the middle.
Ouch, oh my goodness. That looked very painful as that thing came right off the inside of her foot.
Well, you got the athletic trainer for the Aztec Lady Tigers, and Justin Sagata, actually award-winning athletic trainer in Justin Sagata, out there taking a look at Lexi Jaramillo, who's laughing and having a good time out there. So it looks like she's going to be okay. But, boy, I'll tell you, Cami crushed that right back up the middle, and it went right off her foot.
And she probably, I mean, it's crazy to say, but because that hit her foot, probably actually saved that base.
Because that was a base hit.
That got him an out right there because it deflected right to the shortstop.
Yep.
She scooped it up, got it over to first for out number 2. If not, that thing's just shooting right over second base out into center field.
Well, and what did you mention earlier for the Aztec Lady Tigers? That's what it means to stick with the play. That's what St. Pius did in their third baseman. She stuck with that play, did the third baseman for the Lady Sartans and Diamor, and she fired over to throw Cami out at first base. I mean, that was a heads-up play by her. Actually, that's not even her at third base. I apologize. Oh, it is. Diamor is at third. So great play by her to get the throw over to first base.
Was it third baseman? I thought it was the.
I thought it hit the third baseman and went over.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't want to make sure I get that right.
But what do I know? And now we're down to the last out. That's ball 1, but it's a big hitter. And Kimora Henry hitting over 500 for the Aztec Lady Tigers. And goodness, she could really help herself out this at-bat, Steven.
Yes, she could.
She can tie this game up in a hurry with one swing. She's that talented of a hitter. There's a fastball. Goodness, that looked pretty good, actually. That did not miss too much. 2-0's the count. This 8th grader is so impressive, Stephen, for St. Pius.
Yes, she is. And now with a sore foot as well to go with it. And it was her push-off foot as well. That's going to be low for ball 3. So 3-0 the count now to Kimora Henry. And like you said, one swing of the bat could change the complexion of this entire game from this young lady. I can't imagine. I don't know if I'd even try to give her a halfway decent pitch. I would just let her head down to first.
You got first base open. You're exactly right, Stephen. Don't even chance it. Yep, and that's what they do.
Yep.
They're just going to mosey on over to first base off the walk. But Casey steps up, and Casey's got 6 home runs on the season herself, hitting over 450 on the season. So, and O'Gean will check into the game to run for Kimura. She can fly on the base path herself. So let's see what Casey Phillips comes up with here, Stephen. Her team needs her badly. She was our Desert Sports Live player of the game last week. She's facing Lexi Jaramillo, who's been throwing excellent for St. Pius up to this point. She'll take a fastball outside for ball 1.
Yep, so now with a runner in scoring position at second, and you've got a runner at first, Casey Phillips with 2 outs. We're going to see if she can't come up with a big hit right here. Aztec could sure use it. As we are coming down to the wire, Jaramillo get her pitch, and here it comes. Swung on and fouled off for strike 1.
That was just the old fastball right down the middle. Nothing crazy about that pitch. I mean, she just threw that right down the heart of the plate. And it's a 1-1 count to Casey Phillips. Here we go. It's a big, big spot again for both Jaramillo and Phillips. There's a fastball. Ooh. She did the same thing again, Steven. She just reached back and said, here it is.
Man, just blew it right past Phillips. I mean, she took a swing, but man, what a pitch. So it comes down to this 1-2 count, 2 outs, runners on first and second. 3-1 is your score. Top of the 7th. And see what happens here. Here it comes. She hits it. That will be a base hit. That should score a run. Oh, she's bringing it all. Oh, no. Yeah, they held her up at third. That was a great throw from Moret. Wow.
And a great piece of hitting by Phillips to get a base hit out into right field and keep the drive going, as now it's bases loaded for the Aztec Lady Tigers, and it's Christina Whitehorse coming up to bat. She is 0 for 2 on the day.
Wow, so, man, those outfielders for St. Pius, they are money bringing it in to home plate.
Well, and you got one of the fastest young ladies on this team in Aisha Yellow over at, well, it was at second base previously. Yeah, that's a big-time throw from the outfield again, and we've seen it time and time again, Stephen, in this game from St. Pius and their outfielders.
Yeah,
I got to say, they got to be one of the most talented outfields I've seen in girls softball.
I think if you're Coach French, you're a little frustrated. You've left a lot of runners on base.
Yes, you have.
This evening, or in this game, and that's what you got to get cleaned up. Here comes the pitch from Jaramillo. That will be hit to the shortstop.
Oh, that's going to score 1 run. It's going to score another
2
run on an error throw. It's going to score a third. And Aztec's going to take a 4-3 lead on the error throw to second base. It was wide right, and it went out into the outfield all the way to the fence, and it cleared the bases. The Aztec Lady Tigers take a 4-3 lead, Stephen.
And just like that, is that considered an E6 or an E4?
That's going to be on the throw. The throw was
E6.
wide right.
Wow. That, I mean, and I'm just going to say it. This is softball or baseball. One error can cost you huge, and right there you saw it as the Sartans with 2 outs comes down to that, that last, like one more strike, right? Or 2 more strikes and you're out of this game. Well, now, just like that, the Aztec Lady Tigers take the lead 4-3. Oh, my goodness. What a battle. As
another big moment for Sydney Lee here, though, Steven. She's 0 for 2. And, of course, Aztec would like it to get an insurance run as well. But you actually are the one that brings this up more than anybody about the lost opportunities as well as missed opportunities with errors. And, base running errors, throwing errors, whatever it may have you. And these close games, it seems like it always comes down to that one play.
Yeah. Well, we saw it when PV was at State a couple years ago in baseball. had 2 errors. They were leading the #1 team in the state and ended up losing the game. That one's going to be fouled off for strike 2. They ended up losing the game. They were up like, I think it was 5-1 or 6-1. And
they're beating Rio Rancho.
Yeah, 2 crucial errors cost them from being in the state championship game.
And Rio Rancho went on to win the state championship.
Yep. So that and folks, both these teams have played fantastic tonight, and we're not trying to bag on anybody. It's just that's the game. There's another nice hit out into left field as Aztec has come alive here in this top of the 7th inning when they needed it most. And that will put runners on first and second as Graciela Lovato will step up to the plate for the Tigers with an opportunity as she has a runner over there on second scoring position.
And the Lady Tigers just finding a way. That's what we were talking about earlier. What did we discuss? If you're going to be in the top echelon of the best teams in the state, you got to find ways to win these type of games. If you're Aztec or St. Pius, there's a shot out in right field, should go foul.
Goes foul.
And it does. So, but, up to this point, both of these teams fighting back. I mean, it's just been an excellent game. I mean, regardless of who comes out on top here, every parent out there, whether you're an Aztec parent and fan or a St. Pius parent and fan, should be absolutely proud what they are fixing to run into the state tournament with on each side of these teams, because these young ladies can straight up ball out, and they're going to make some noise in the state tournament on both sides. There's a low pitch for ball 1. 1-1 the count on Lovato.
Man, this game just got interesting, didn't it?
Man, it sure did. And, so now – what looked like just 3 outs for Aztec left. Now you're looking at trying to get 1 out for Aztec, and now you got 3 outs left going into the bottom of the 7th. Here comes a pitch. 1-1 in the dirt for ball 2.
Yeah, you're right. So now, at this point, we are heading into the bottom of the 7th after the Sartans get their last out. But, man, 1 run in this game is a huge task. It's been a hill to climb just to get 1 or 2. So,
boy, you said it. It has not been easy whatsoever.
Swung on and missed for strike 2. So 2-2 the count to Graciela Lovato. Seeing if she can't keep things going for the Tigers, but Lexi Armillo, I mean, she is a great pitcher. It's just unfortunate what happened, but she's still battling away out there in the circle.
Well, if Aztec, there's a high fastball for ball 3. Wanted to wait till that pitch. If Aztec finds a way to pull this out, I think you got to look at the fact that Aisha Yellow led off with a base hit and got on base. We talk about the numbers all the time. When you get your leadoff hitter on base, how often it is that you score that leadoff runner, and that's exactly what happened with Aisha Yellow. We'll see how this game turns out, though. There's a line drive to the second baseman.
Nice
Dove
play.
for it. Caught it in the dirt. Amazing play by the second baseman. Wow, that was Amari Jaramillo on that diving catch, and then got the throw over to first for the 4-3 ground ball, out number 3.
Not before there was 3 runs on 2 hits. 2 runners left on base and 1 Sartans error. So now, going into the bottom of the 7th, the Aztec Tigers leading 4-3. We will be right back.
American Equipment Manufacturing is a local business based in Farmington that specializes in the manufacturing of oil field equipment. Our extensive production facility allows us to provide high-quality products that meet the industry standards and industry knowledge.
ACES is a leader in the provision of control systems integration, migration, and design services to industries that include oil and gas, water, wastewater, irrigation, mining, as well as manufacturing and other private, local, and federal entities. With a senior staff.
Well, welcome back, and got a quick little note here. Our production guy, Randy, he said he put it on the YouTube here, but he said he's an old 90s Spartan wrestling coach, and as he actually had kids play for Aztec, and he loves to see a great battle of the 2-3 teams. DSL Brothers, great job. Thanks for that, Randy. That one's going to be fouled off back into the fence as we have number 1, Mary Grady, at the plate now for the Sartans as they have got to come up with a run to keep this game going, or 2 runs to win. So
2 runs to walk it off and 1 to keep it moving.
And Aztec needs 3 outs to get out of here with a win.
It.
So, man, fantastic game.
Pitch to Grady up high for ball 1. 1-1 the count. And, you know, both of these teams, when they go back and they sit down and they realize, because to be honest with you, this game can hurt either one of these teams, to be honest with you. There's a swing and a foul ball. It could cause, if by chance St. Pius can't come back and win this game, well, then you got another loss at that 4 spot. So do they move back? If St. Pius walks it off and you got Aztec at 2, does Aztec move back? Do you put Pius in front of Aztec? That's a big question. There's a fly ball to the third baseman. F5 for out number 1. That was a big, big out to get that first out. But, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how this turns out.
In my opinion, we all know. Max
yeah, but
Preps
you're a high school coach,
yeah.
and you've been to the state championships a couple times, so
Well,
you've got a good feel for it.
And that's what I'm saying, though. But in my opinion, I don't think it should affect them. But we all know how Max Preps can do things differently than what we think. But I think you see what probably is more happening realistically on the coach's poll. There's that inside pitch, gets her swinging for strike 1. But for St. Pius, I mean, they played a tough game. It's been a close game. You know, even if they lose, I just can't see them getting pushed down. Oh,
that's a swing and a miss.
I lost it there for a second.
Yep, sorry we missed that for you, folks. There we go. 0-2 the count now to Jaramillo. The batter for St. Pius. Fastball swung on and got her. That was a big, big out.
Oh, I had
struck her out.
She's still.
Oh, I thought that was 2 strikes. I thought I was
1,
with
2.
you, man.
So did I. I thought that.
Forgive us, St. Pius.
Apologize. 1 and 2 is the count.
No idea where I got lost on that one. Ground ball to the second baseman, knocks it down, bobbles it, doesn't get it over there in time. E4 will put Jaramillo over at first base. Well, there you go, Steven.
Yeah, that you just hope that doesn't come back to cost you, as that instead of having 2 outs and no runners on, you now have 1 out with a runner on first, the tying run on first, and looks like we're going to have – are we having some changes here? I'm not sure. We're having a discussion as with the umpire, the coach for Aztec is. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe.
Well, they didn't check 13 back in, I can tell you that, because I didn't hear anybody come back over here to check her in. So I have no idea.
Well, I think that's what they're having the discussion about because
I had 17 still in the game.
Yes, so did I. We had 17 still in the lineup, and if that costs them, that's going to be a huge mistake.
Yeah, and listen, I'm not saying that St. Pius didn't change. What I am saying is nobody came to the press box and let us know about the change.
Yeah.
So if they told the umpire, we'll find out if they did here in just a minute, and it's all for nothing. But if they did not come up and make that change, then we're going to have to see what the umpire comes up with, because they didn't come here to the press box. We're sitting next to
but as a coach, you absolutely have to have that discussion because, I mean, in a game like this, if
you do, absolutely. And both coaches on both sides of the teams, they've done their job tonight by bringing up the questions that they needed to bring up, the situations that needed to be brought up. So doing a fine job, both coaches, and just having conversations with the umpires. And then the umpires have been accepting of the conversation, too. Not always do you get the umpires that are willing to stand there and explain stuff to you, you know?
Yeah, well, I think they're trying to figure out exactly how that was supposed to play out, because you're right, we had 17, Sofia Trujillo, who had batted last time in this position for Lexi Armillo, and now Lexi Armillo came up to bat, and I don't understand all the logistics of it myself, but there's definitely a discussion going on.
Well, it's actually in the realm of baseball, softball, it's very simple. Did you check Sofia Trujillo back into the game, or did you not? That's it. That's all you got to, as an umpire, have to figure out. Did the coach for St. Pius check her back into the game, or did she not? And if she did, let's get moving. And if she didn't, she's going to be out.
And we're taking a lot of time here having this discussion, and I don't know, doesn't look like Coach for Aztec is winning the discussion, or I don't know if winning is the right word, but she's definitely pleading her case.
Well, I think the umpires need to make the decision and let's get moving. But no doubt about it. I mean, it's a good move by Aztec to bring that up. And we've had both coaches ask the umpire, throughout the game about different calls and stuff like that. So just doing their job on both sides. And they're giving her a long explanation. We probably should have maybe went to commercial, but who knows? Yeah. Who knows how long this is going to keep going here.
Yeah,
so
it was long enough to have a commercial break.
Let's do our family sponsors here. We'll be right back. You listen to Desert Sports Live.
Live family. Special thank you to our Desert Sports Live sponsorship families. Thank you to the amazing people for being part of the DSL family. By scanning our QR code and helping make it possible for us to bring high school sports coverage to the four corners.
Well, they've got it figured out, whatever they figured out, and we are set to go with the runner at first base. It's going to be the top side of the lineup. It's D'Amor Villegas up to bat. She'll take a fastball, swung on and missed, and boy, did Kimora Henry pepper that fastball in there.
We got Sheridan Russell says defense Aztec, and Ajoni Yellow says finish it, ladies. And that's exactly what they're trying to do as they have 2 outs to go. Swung on and missed. Man, just that
big swing.
Whatever that pitch is, I'd like to – I'd be interested to see what it looks like from a batter's perspective. Something.
Yeah, she tweaked something in her left shoulder when she took a swing. So we got our athletic trainer and Justin Segata out here to take a look at her. But she took a big – that was a big, big swing. And she might have followed through that swing a little bit too much. Yep, just kind of tweaked that shoulder, that rotator cuff up in there. Hopefully she's going to be okay as Segata takes a look at her. But that was a big pitch by Henry. Boy, she reached back and let that fastball rip. And it's an 0-2 count right now while they take a look at D'Amor to make sure she's okay.
Yeah, there she goes. She's kind of stretching it.
I hope they're giving her some.
Yeah, he's testing her strength on that shoulder. He wants to make sure she didn't injure it. She doesn't look like she's wanting to come out, and I think she's passing all the tests. I think she's good. I think she just kind of strained her shoulder or something on that swing. She took a big hack at it.
She did, man. That was I'm trying to tie this game right or take the walk-off right now. She took a big hack.
It doesn't look comfortable, though, the swing, but she does not want to.
Well, let's see if she pushes through it or if they're going to have to replace her.
Yeah, she's swinging, but it definitely looks uncomfortable. She's kind of grimacing when she takes that swing, but there she goes. She's warming up. I think they're going to let her make that decision, and she's saying, I think I'm good to go. Good to see that she's all right because there for a second, it looked like she couldn't move her arm.
Yep, she is. She's a tough one. She's sitting ready to rock and roll. You don't become a leadoff hitter and play the hot box over at third base if you're soft.
That's right.
So she's a warrior out there, no doubt about it, and she's setting ready to go for St. Pius. It's an 0-2 count. Henry looking down. Here comes a pitch. Fastball swung on, flight off foul out of the field of play down first base side. So Henry sticking with the heat.
Yeah.
And didn't look like her shoulder hurt her too much there unless she grimaced right through that. She got her hands around pretty quick.
Well, she's definitely going to give it everything she's got here as she steps back into the box. She's got an 0-2 count. Henry just trying to find that out pitch. And she's shaking off a couple there. Look at that. She knows which pitch she wants. Oh, and that goes to the backstop. And that will advance the runner over to second. So now the tying run at second base Kamora Henry just needs to get one more strike here to get through this batter. So with it now, the count is 1-2 as Armia over there in second. That's going to be fouled off.
Yeah, it's just a great battle right now going on between these two players. And now on the wild pitch, you've got a runner in scoring position at second as that last pitch was airmailed. Here's a big spot for Henry. 1-2. Went inside, got her to check swing. No. She held back. No doubt about it. That was the right call.
You definitely got to ask for that, though.
Yep, got to ask for help.
Man, that was close because she's gotten those ladies swinging at that pitch all day long. That was tough to lay off of right there.
So ground ball hit to the third baseman. Oh, she hesitated, and that was enough time to make the runner at first base safe.
Wow.
She went to tag the runner coming to third and should have stopped and just put the tag on her, but decided to throw off balance to first base, and both runners are safe.
Yeah, so just like that, the momentum shifts.
And we got another umpire visit here. Let's see what could have happened here with one out, though.
Is that considered an error?
That is absolutely an error.
So E5 then.
Yep.
Okay, I just want to make sure I get that right in my book. So with one out and now runners on first and third, that game-tying run over here on third, Kamora Henry needing now you have, and it should have been 2 outs with no runners on. It ended up being 1 out with a runner on first. Now it should have been another. So there's two. The Aztecs should be out of this game, is what I'm trying to say. But that's what happens. These little errors cost you.
That's Aztecs' third error in this game, and now it's up to bat. There's a ground ball. That's going to tie the ball game, and that's what happens with errors. You talked about it time after time after time, Stephen, and that time it got Aztec in the worst way, and that is going to be tie ball game 4-4 off the base hit from Dominique Moret.
Yep, the RBI single puts a run up on the board for the St. Pius Sartans, and now with 1 out and runners on first and second, another runner in scoring position. The Sartans in great shape. Number 44, JoJo Chavez, will be coming up to the plate. She's 0 for 2, but drew a walk back in the first inning and scored that one of those runs that they had off of that home run. So Aztec having a little bit of a conference out there in the circle. Coach probably telling them, you guys need to just settle down. We need to get these 2 outs. Let's get out of this inning and see what we can do from here. But, man, would you expect anything less between these two teams in this game?
Yeah, and, I mean, we talked about it earlier, too. It was going to come down to errors. It really bit St. Pius in a worst way. It cleared the bases, got those 3 runs, and now here's Aztec with 2 errors in this game that has been killers. And now we're tied up 4-4. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside for ball 1.
Yeah, we got What Am I Watching 773. Let's go. How tough are you? I don't know which team that's for, but that's what they just shouted out. That's going to be fouled off. Back into the fence for strike 1. So 1-1 is the count now to JoJo Chavez. She has a runner in scoring position over there on second. If she can bring that across the plate, that will end the game. Aztec needs 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit high. It's going to fall short. She couldn't see it. She's going to bring it home. She will get it in time, but that will load the bases off another base hit. And we have Zoe Mangrum. And that is not who you want to see if you're Kamora Henry right now. This young lady has had a fantastic day. She's the one that came up with the big home run. So bases loaded, 1 out. We are in the bottom of the 7th inning. Kamora Henry trying to get out of a jam. Oh, and that one's going to be hit high into left field. Are they going to tag up? They're going to tag up, come home. There's the throw, and it is not in time. as Mangrum will pick up the RBI, and that is going to do it as the Sartans will come away with the win. Wow, what a game.
Well, congratulations to St. Pius.
Yes.
Well, job well done. Thank you all for tuning in. Any final thoughts, Stephen?
No, thank you guys. We appreciate all of you fans that got to tune in and watch this game. Let the girls know they can go back and watch it. You guys can go to YouTube. Please subscribe. Go check out our social media on Instagram and Facebook at Desert Sports Live. And, folks, we will be back here in Aztec on Friday as the Aztec Tigers will take on the Kirtland Central Broncos.
Well, for St. Pius, their parents, fans, coaches, same for Aztec on the other side as well. Thanks for tuning in. Safe travels. Thanks for rocking out Desert Sports Live. God bless, and we're out.